Hello everyone and welcome back to Hannah's Happy Home. Today's video is going to be the front porch patio makeover. So we're starting all the way back 7 months ago when we first started to work on this front porch patio area. The first thing we did was to remove these arched walls that were right here in the front, and then we turned the sliding doors that were right here into a window. We had a contractor come in and do that for us, and then a few months later we started the process of completely restuccoing the whole exterior of the house. And I'm just going to show a few little clips of all of these things that happened months ago because you guys have already seen so much footage of it in previous videos, and if you haven't seen my previous videos you can go watch the whole process of all of this over on my YouTube channel. So now we are going to get to what we've been working on here over the last 2 or 3 weeks. The very first thing, Jalen came in with a paint sprayer and he sprayed this little piece of metal that was right here at the top of the fascia. That was white, and he spray painted that the same color as the metal fascia that he's installing here. 2 weeks ago, we ordered a 24-foot, 12-inch high beam from a local lumber store, and no, they were not able to carry this, just the two of them. They tried to get it off the truck that way, but it didn't work. Thankfully, our neighbor does have a backhoe that we were able to borrow to drag this beam around and to lift it up onto the porch. Originally, we were just going to do a pergola on this front patio, but here this last month, we decided to just frame it out with some wood beams. We really love how this turned out. It was a lot easier than trying to do a pergola, and stay tuned until the very end of the video and I will show the official before and afters of this front patio area. So after he got that beam lifted up there where we were going to put it, he had to get up on the roof with a chainsaw and just saw down the one corner of the beam so that it would fit perfectly on top of the shingles. The next step was to drill the holes down into the big beam for the 16-inch lags that he was going to be putting in there to secure these beams to the stucco wall. And after it was all secure and in place, we were able to remove the rope and the backhoe from the beam. Now we are going to be installing 2 posts on either side, and before we install those, Jalen's going to put some concrete anchors down, and he spray painted those black really quickly before installing them, and they turned out awesome. We used our favorite black spray paint, which I will link down below in the description box. now he is cutting one of the two beams to size, and then we'll put it up there underneath of the large beam, and he will drill the hole into the top of it for the lags that are going to go through the big beam at the top down into the smaller beam, and then we'll take it down and stain these smaller beams before we put them up. We're using the same stain color that we used on the inside of the house, which is Special Walnut, and technically you're not supposed to be using an interior stain on exterior wood, but here at the end of this video we will be sealing up all of these beams with a really good exterior sealer that lasts for 3 years. We really coated the beams in it, so they should be perfectly fine. So the next step was to jackhammer out this concrete piece that was left here from when we had taken down that wall 7 months ago. We never did remove this concrete piece right here, so Jalen went ahead and did that. I'm going to take this red stucco tape and tape around the bottom of this big beam on either side where it sits on the stucco while Jalen finishes up that jackhammering, and then we can get started on staining this top beam. It might have been easier to just stain this beam before we put it up, but this is just the way we ended up doing it, setting it up here first before we started staining, and we got it secured and everything. And when we ordered these beams, we asked for rough cut beams. So when I was applying the stain, I ended up using a paintbrush to apply it. It was a lot easier. There's a lot of rough spots in the wood and cracks and stuff, just because we wanted that little bit of a rougher look, and so it was easiest to use a paintbrush and get it all in those areas. At this point, we added the two beams on the side, and Jalen secured these to the concrete with those anchors, and then he also secured them to the top with a 10-inch lag. Jalen is securing the last post to the wall, and then we can finish staining that big top beam, and then we'll seal everything up and be done with the beams. It took a lot longer to do these beams than what you guys are seeing here in the video. To finish all of these up, it took about 2 different days. It was definitely a lot of hard work, but we were really happy with the end result, and we did end up going with a little bit darker stain than we thought we would. Like I said, we went with a special walnut stain, and originally I was going to try and go for a really light stain on these beams, keep them kind of more of a natural look. But once this beam got here, we realized just how beat up it was. There was some black marks on it and stuff. So we thought we might have to go with a little bit of a darker stain just to help to cover all that up. And we also did feel like the darker stain went with the gray stucco and the black accents a lot better. And now that it's all finished, we're so happy that we went with the darker stain. I think it matches the house perfectly. While we were waiting for our stain to dry, we did a little work to these windows. After all of that stucco work that had been done on the front porch, these windows really needed washed and the paint needed touched up a little bit in some areas, so we went ahead and got all of that done. When our stain was dry, we went ahead and put on the sealer, and this is the sealer that they recommended for us to use on this wood at Lowe's. After we told them the type of stain that we put on, they said that we should put on this sealer here, and this is just a clear outdoor sealer from Valspar. We were trying out this little gadget that Jalen ordered off of Amazon. You can buy these in a 4-pack on Amazon. They clip on the edge of the paint can, and it makes pouring your paint so much easier. This is like a life changer when you're painting, so I'll be sure and link these down below. And also, when you paint on this sealer, it looks like glue on the wood. It's got like a yellow color to it, as you can see, but don't worry, it does dry completely clear. We were worried a little bit when we first started to put it on, but then we realized that it was drying clear. We are completely done with the beams now. We got the porch cleaned off, and now it's time to add those final touches. The first thing we're going to do is to hang up these string lights. They are from Bright Tech, and I love these because they've got a little solar panel on them, which is awesome. We live in southern Arizona. We have sunshine all the time, so why not have string lights that are on a solar panel? We ended up hanging 3 strands of these on the front porch, and I just love how they turned out. They're so cozy at night. took us a little while to figure out how we wanted to hang these so that they would look right, and we secured them to the top of this beam with a little stapler, and that works out perfect. Now we're going to unbox all of the patio furniture and the fire pit. I think I was most excited about this fire pit. I love the concrete look that it has to it. This sectional and fire pit is all from Best Choice Products. I will have all of the links down below this video, and I do also have a coupon code with them, so if you want to order anything off their website, be sure that you use that coupon code. I would highly recommend this sectional and also this fire pit, of course. We love the fire pit. The sectional is really comfy, and I also love the black cushions that it comes with. They seem like they're going to be really easy to keep clean, and everything did come with covers, so we can cover it up if we're not using it for an extended period of time, especially the fire pit. I'll probably just always keep the cover on that if we're not using it. Putting together outdoor sectionals like this can take such a long time because there's so many pieces to put together, but it goes a lot faster if you don't do it by hand and you just keep the correct bits on hand for your drill and save yourself a lot of time. Okay, so we are almost done with this front porch, and then I will do the official before and afters. There still is some other things that we want to do out here, but we'll just show that in future videos. I want to do some landscaping under this tree, add some potted greenery out here. We want to stain the concrete, like the red concrete over along the edge and stuff. But that will all just be in the future. We got a lot done this week that we're really happy about, so I hope that you enjoy the before and afters. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and we would also love to have you subscribed if you are new. Stay tuned as we continue to update this house, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in a couple days with a brand new video. Bye!